Testing the Sony FDR X3000 versus Dji Osmo Action. Sony FDR X3000 is from 2016 and the Dji Osmo Action is from 2019. 4K 30. And here we have some sun and shadows. Neutral color on Sony FDR, normal color on Dji Osmo Action. And let's test and do a little stabilization test. There are quite a big difference between these two cameras. The Sony FDR has optical stabilization and the Dji Osmo Action has electronic. In conditions like this, I'm pretty sure that the Osmo Action is way better. But you can get away with it on the Sony FDR. But you need to hold the camera pretty still. But usually the stabilization works pretty good. I'm walking on a gravel road, quite uneven, but quite flat too. So this is a stabilization test between the Dji Osmo Action and the Sony FDR X3000. And you have to remember that there are 3 years apart from these cameras. FDR from 2016 and the Osmo Action from 2019. So quite a big difference. Both camera has their strengths and weaknesses, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later in the video. But this is me just walking. Let's do a little bit of a run and see. I'm pretty sure that the Dji Osmo Action is the clear winner. Okay, let's walk a little bit and do a little bit of a vlogging test, an audio test, but also image quality test and stabilization test. So all in once. We were talking about the strengths and weaknesses of these two cameras. The strength of the Dji Osmo Action is of course that the image stabilization is pretty good or really good when the light condition is good. But the weakness, biggest weakness in my opinion on the Osmo Action is actually the audio. The internal mic is pretty bad. And yeah, not the best. So you're depending on not too much wind noise to make it work good enough. But as an action camera, it's a great camera. And the positive thing about these two cameras is that the price is more or less the same. But if you want a pure action camera, the only way to go, in my opinion, is actually the Osmo Action. Two great cameras which I love. I haven't used the Osmo Action for over a year now. The Sony FDR I actually use quite a lot. I just like the camera, it's so small and compact, and the audio is so extremely good on it. That's extremely important, of course. But these are two great cameras which I love to use. So what do you think? Which of these cameras do you like? I don't know, it's quite difficult to choose between them. It all depends on what you're going to use them for. I think these are two excellent cameras to have in your camera bag. So, and you don't need to spend too much money to get a pretty good camera which performs good enough. The most important thing is the story you tell with your camera. It's not always to have the best image quality, but the quality is of course important, the audio is important, yeah, but the Osmo Action is quite rugged, can handle quite a beating. The Sony FDR can't. In field of view, I think they're more or less the same, holding them like this. With the Sony FDR you can change the field of view, but only in 1080p. With the Osmo Action you can't do that, you have DWAP on and off, but that was actually the weakness with the Osmo Action compared them to GoPro and the newer DJI cameras. It's actually the field of view. Some people are complaining about that. That's not the case with the Sony FDR. In 1080p you can change the field of view and it looks quite good. So tell me which of these cameras you prefer, which of them will you choose, and yeah, of course give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. I would love that. But it's going to be fun to review the footage and see which of them performs best. That's always fun. And my Tesla looks quite nice, black with black rims. It's a great car. The quality isn't the best, but it's a fun car to drive, that's for sure. It goes so fast. The ride comfort is decent, not the best. I've driven much better cars before, but yeah, it's a great car for sure. It is. Looks kind of cool. It's too many of them now on the roads, that's for sure, but that's just the way it is because the price is quite good. But it's a great, fun car to drive, and the range is amazing on this.